Cherie. YouTube right now.
We're live
Suburban
now.
Stitcher. This is for Cherie. So forever infinity, when this stays on YouTube, I'm telling you, go to YouTube. Okay, if you're there, go there now. Okay, bye.
Okay, we're buying.
On that.
All right.
Okay. So now we're back.
There we go.
We're back. Yes, we want to end now.
Okay.
No, delete video. Okay, I hope you're finding us here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Take two.
What is happening, guys? Living the dream. I feel like I've woken up, had to solve all the problems.
On the fly.
On the fly.
Live, no safety net.
Hi, Karen from Lockdown, Montana. Welcome to Lockdown, Richmond, Texas.
That's right.
You just freaked out a little bit. I could tell. I've already told them that we live in Richmond.
Oh,
it's okay. I could sense a little bit of like.
I pulled back a little bit. Yeah.
They know.
Okay.
Okay. What is this? We're gonna wait. We had a couple more people coming in here.
Yes.
All right. Hello again. Hey, Carson. Carson, can I pick on you and make you a moderator? I don't think we're going to get so many that it's going to be an issue because hashtag not Hohi, but just in case.
But hashtag Mr. Stitcher.
I'm making you a moderator.
Right? I don't know.
You're going to be blue now.
We might have at least 35 people on.
And Carson's like, sure. Okay. Hey, we're going to go. Where's my phone? I need my phone for the questions.
Sorry, there's your phone for the questions.
That's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so this is Ask Mr. Stitcher. Sorry we froze before. I was wondering why our numbers were so low. See, they're already higher.
Well, to be honest, we just stood really still to see if y'all would notice.
Shut up.
And we finally.
Did not. Okay, so now I can't find the.
Any questions anyone wants to type in?
As if you have questions that
you would like to ask me.
Thank you for the words.
She can't do two things at once.
Nope, I can't. Okay, so we were on. Do either of you have a little quirky thing that you do that irritates the other?
We were on that question. And
yes,
you were saying nothing, right? Didn't you say nothing? That I don't do anything that irritates you?
No, actually, I didn't get a chance to answer. I was waiting for your answer. I went first last time on the group questions.
Little quirky thing that irritates.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Get in here. Come on.
Just
lay it all out on the table.
Because you just picked up tea. So what she'll do is she'll brew tea with a tea bag, right there. And then instead of throwing the tea bag away, she sets the tea bag on the sink or in the sink. So when I'm washing dishes, I always have to pick it up and it drips all the way across. It's going to the trash can. That's what you do. Little quirky thing.
Can I ask someone a favor? Someone who knows Cherie Kirby Werby, can you just send her a link through Instagram to this thing? I would do it, but I'm trying to,
she's got to focus
here. If someone could help me out, that'd be great.
So what's the quirky thing that
you do that bothers me? Gosh, clearing your throat in the middle of the night. Wakes me. I know you're not in control, but it's quirky. If we're saying,
all right.
It's like a.
Wow, that's horrible.
It is awful.
Yeah. Kathy says that she does the same thing with the tea bag, and
I mean, right?
Y'all should team up or something. I'm the anti-tea bag.
I would say team tea bag, but that just
that's not.
I think that means something different. Yeah, that's not the same thing.
I got RI originally from RU. It says RU. I read it as RI from Louisiana as well. No, I'm originally from Texas.
Yes.
And I also got do I stitch to or knit to, and I do not knit.
Cherie's trying to find us.
I appreciate knitting, but I don't knit.
Okay. So, no. Yeah. Carson's like, not the same thing. Okay. So the next question is, Mr. Stitcher, what is the most exciting part of seeing Diane live her dreams in fiber for you? Like, what is the most exciting part for you to see me doing this?
The most exciting part was, I guess we were in, what was that, Nashville?
Yep.
At the show in Nashville. And I got to kind of stand back and watch you interact with people. Because I don't get to see you like that very often.
Right.
And so to watch you interact and like a boss, you know, that's the kids say that, right? Like a boss. Just helping people with the colors and things like that. It was really cool to see.
Thank you. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun to have you there too, because I come back and like talk about it.
Karen says she does the exact same thing with her tea bags.
You already said that.
No,
that was Kathy.
Yeah, that was Kathy.
Two people
Team
are on my side. Thank you. Team Teabag.
Not the same thing.
The same thing. Okay, that's a spam question. That's from Desi, who says, I cannot wait for this. LOL. Yeah. That's your former, now she's a doctor.
Dr.
Desi Clark.
That's right.
She is the one that went to Oslo with us.
I mean,
with us, for that reason. While we were there, she was there for the same reason. Okay, Donna Dropstitch would like to know. Here you go. Oh, this is perfect. These are right in a row. Perfect. Okay, Donna Dropstitch would like to know, what do you do for a living? It was almost like Desi led us into that.
Almost like it. I'm
just going to sit back.
And enjoy the show.
Enjoy.
Get some popcorn. Okay.
I'm listening to a story.
I am the chief programs officer for an agency that works with victims of abuse, so domestic violence and sexual assault, women, children, and some men. And we operate a whole bunch of different programs. We operate an emergency shelter for people fleeing violence. We operate housing programs. We operate non-residential services. And we do all sorts of programs within that, counseling and mental health and support groups and case management and career stuff and all that. And so I am, for some reason, agreed to oversee all of that. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
I don't know why you did either.
It's my favorite thing in the world to do. That's
You're really
what I do.
good at it.
Well, thank you.
And how did you come to be in your line of work? That's a question from Cassandra.
Kind of by mistake. I was working for this.
Cassandra's watching. That's from her.
All right, Cassandra. Way to go. I was working for an organization that was a research organization, and we were doing this specific thing called neurofeedback, and we were doing some research and doing some clinical work with that. And I started the program at where I'm at now. I started a neurofeedback program there, and I kind of contracted and worked getting that program started, and then they brought me over full time. And I've been there ever since.
Yep. Ruth wants to know, can you knit? No,
you
cannot. Never has tried.
I can't.
Doesn't want to.
I can't do it.
It's
I
better
appreciate
for society if he doesn't, actually.
It is. I appreciate it. It's like painting. Like I can't paint. I'm a terrible artist.
Fine motor skills are not your forte.
Look, if you need something heavy picked up, or you need me to run through a wall or break something, I'm your guy.
Yep. Or if you need electrodes strapped to your head,
or any of that,
for someone to look at your brain.
That is correct.
You can do that.
I got you.
But other than those things, not it. McLean Farm would like to know, best and worst parts of your wife. Okay, let's see if I can read.
Best and worst. No, stop right there.
Not of your wife.
Let's go to your wife right there. That's it. Okay. All right. So let's start with the worst. No, go ahead. What is it? I'm kidding.
Okay. Best and worst parts of your wife's job from your husband's point of view.
The best part of the job is I get to see you do something you really love to do and be creative. The worst part is it's sometimes very long hours and a lot of travel, or can be a lot of travel.
Yeah. Not anytime soon, am I right?
And somebody said, if you're worried about tea bags dripping when you throw it away, put it under your hand so it'll drip in your hand. I agree with that. I just refuse to do it.
Or maybe she's saying I should be doing it.
Maybe you should. I think she should be doing it. I like the way that
I should probably just be throwing it right in the trash can.
That's right. Kirby Werby got in finally.
Did we answer this one already? Jilly Ray 1111 wants to know, where were you born?
I was born in Texas. I'm a Texas kid. In Texas adult.
In Texas adult. Yep. Knit with all the yarn would like to know, what are you most proud of my success?
Actually, I'm the most proud of watching you grow, like, and becoming, like, coming into your own. Is that a good enough answer?
Yeah, it's a great answer.
All right, good.
Knitting concierge. We just
wait, hang on, time out. Cynthia Conway said that's lazy. He's right about the tea bag. Thank you, Cynthia. Team not tea bag.
Okay, Carson is going to keep screaming at us.
The moderator doesn't like it when we say those words, I guess.
Okay. Knitting concierge would like to know, my husband wants to know how he helps you keep the size of your hoard under control.
Look back here.
This is the business.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, it's business in the front, party in the back. That's a mullet, right?
Yes, that's a mullet.
Yeah.
Also, it is also the stash, because the personal stash is in the garage and our bedroom mostly. So, yeah.
So, to answer your question, no.
No, he doesn't help. And he doesn't get a vote on it either.
That's true.
Y'all are saying teabagged quite a lot. Thanks, Sheree.
Thanks, Kirby.
Okay. Calsters would like to know, what is your favorite meal? Great question, Callie.
That was a great question. I think.
Can I guess?
Yeah, please. Please. This will be interesting.
Favorite meal is.
If you're wrong, can I buzz you?
Bzz, yeah. Like taboo?
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite meal is. Can I say genre, or does it have to be specific?
Please don't say genre. Don't say that word, because you're trying to sound all fancy. Just say type. It's your type of food.
Okay. Well, I know the type. It's something that is like Eastern European to like Indian, somewhere in the Mediterranean to Indian food genre.
Correct.
Region of the world.
Thai food, throw it in there.
Thai's like further away.
I know where it is, but just
I wouldn't
generally
have put that number one.
Yeah, but you're right. Mediterranean, Indian.
Probably your absolute favorite meal, if you had to pick today, like your deathbed meal would be the chicken
deathbed meal. That's dark.
Chicken tikka masala from the place right down the street, because it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. And so, Knitting concierge sent me a message. Excellent answer. He doesn't get a vote either. Yes. Okay. Callie Calsters would also like to know, what is your favorite colorway? Did we say that? River's Edge. We got that one. Tales of Yarn. What were your impressions of the SSK Marketplace, which is the Nashville show? What were your impressions of it?
It was.
Other than you just loved being there with me. I just loved
being there with you.
Yep.
That was my impression. Love was my impression.
No, for real.
No, it was good. It was very interesting. It was a lot of people and a lot of words being thrown around and a lot of yarn. There's a lot of yarn tables and things like that. So yeah, it was good. I was fantastic to meet people, and everyone's super nice and super supportive, and so it's fun.
Karen, no, we cannot use that hashtag.
Yes, we are.
No, we can't. Okay. Tales of we just asked that. Scrap fair. I think we already answered this. That's why I paused. Kind of, we answered it. Do you ever get curious about learning to knit or crochet? The answer is decidedly no.
I don't get curious at all. About it,
no. Big Mama Sarah, we answered that. What is your favorite color of my yarn? It's River's Edge. Butterfly M, this is a great one. This is my friend Emily. She took my headshots. What is the best and worst thing about being an LCSW?
Oh, the best and worst thing.
Coming from a person who is studying for their master's in counseling.
Yeah, so I'm a licensed clinical social worker, and so I work in mental health and work with people in trauma, particularly. And I would say the best and the worst are two of the same. The worst is some of the things that I deal with and help people through. That's some of the worst, but that's also the best. I try to tell my staff all the time that how amazing is it from a gratitude standpoint that we get to be the ones to be there and to work with people and to help them when everybody else may not be helping them, but we get to be the ones to be there. And so so
you see them when they come in at their worst, looking for help.
Yeah.
But then you also see, weeks, months, sometimes years later, and you can look back and just say, wow.
Or even in the moment.
You are.
I mean, if we can step back into the moment and say, wow, we get what a privilege it is for us to be able to be there to help people. So that's my favorite. And then we have a question here, I think.
Good golly, Miss Molly says, my hubby and I hang out every night. I knit. He plays video games. Do you have a tandem hobby while Diane knits?
No.
Playing video games. That's
some.
The same.
Maybe. But
we don't
computer
games, not video games.
We don't have a lot of hobbies that we share in common.
Almost none.
I mean, like any interests at all. I'm not. We don't like the same things, and it's weird.
We but that is kind of true to some respect.
It is.
We, if we were to pick a vacation spot, we would probably pick different places.
That is true.
More so now, I feel like our likes are merging on that. But if you had asked us 15 years ago, it was night and day different.
Correct. She's trained me. Now I know how to answer questions when she asks.
No, that's not it. I just think we've merged our what we like to do. What was I going to say about likes? We don't like the same kind of shows or movies. Although we did watch a movie 2 nights ago.
It's pretty good.
Richard Jewell. We rented that on demand. And it was fabulous. If you haven't seen that, it's really good. And that's coming from someone that doesn't really like true crime or mysteries or any of that kind of stuff.
But I do like Kathy Bates.
She was really good.
Yeah.
She was really good in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the clinic or shelter where you work open through this virus crisis?
We are. We are considered essential. We're an emergency. Some of our services have pared down, so that was part of the intense kind of struggle the last couple of weeks as they've been closing down counties and things like that, is that we have had to figure out how to move many of our staff virtual and working remote, still providing services, case management and counseling and things like that. Our non-residential services, which is not our shelter, is pared down to just real limited hours, limited days per week, so we can still get food boxes and cleaning supplies and essentials to clients. Our shelter is still operating officially. We've had to make some changes. We pared down staff. I'm working out of the shelter. I'm going in every day. We have some really awesome staff. I mean, the remote staff, awesome. And we have some awesome on-site staff that are still coming into the shelter. We've had to change how we operate. We've had to go to lockdown, which is not exactly the favoritist thing of everybody, but we have to do that because we can't risk. We've got our shelter holds capacity 65 people, and then we have staff and of course the staff families who have to worry about. So we've had to lock down to try to reduce the risk of. And
when you say lockdown, like it's kind of started where you were saying you had a curfew.
Yeah, we instituted a curfew. You couldn't be out.
Restrictions have gotten tighter.
We've had to get tighter. And so now we're locked down where unless it's an emergency or an essential sort of thing, we can't take clients off property. They can still be in the backyard and within the fenced area, but we can't take them off property because we just can't risk a possible exposure coming back in. because then it would just run through the shelter. And we have things in place, quarantine rooms and isolation rooms, things like that. But we have a nurse on staff, but it just, it's way better that way.
Well, it's like the same reason why people aren't going or are not allowed to go to many or any at this point, like nursing homes or
right.
Hospital visitations, things like that, because it just could spread like crazy.
Yeah, we got to protect everybody the best we can. So I go to work, and then I come home and immediately am ordered to go in the shower, and we wash my clothes, and we do.
Yes, we do.
So, yeah.
Yep. We had another question on here. Kirby Werby would like to know what happens to your stash if there is a meteor or sinkhole incident.
Oh, I can answer. Can I answer that?
Yes, you can.
I will bury it. If there's a catastrophe that happens to Diane, yeah. I'll bury it with Diane. Isn't that what?
I'm waiting for her.
Isn't that the plan?
On this one? No.
Oh.
The first phone call. I knew she would come on. The first phone call is to Cherie. If something happens to me, you call Cherie.
I do. That's the first call.
That's right.
And not something that happens to you. It's if the stash becomes available and I need to know what to do with it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I could still be living.
Right. But if the stash, yes. Yeah.
If you just need to get rid of all of my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do. I know I'm looking to see if we've missed any up there.
I don't think so.
Okay, so let's go one. Let's do one to the here.
Okay.
Sassy Karen would like to know: do you ever gently suggest colorways?
At the beginning, and not gently, no, because but I would suggest because I thought that I had these amazing ideas with amazing names and the whole thing. And what I realized was I don't. And so, no, I don't suggest anymore. And it's not because she said it. It's just because I realized.
Unless I ask.
Well,
and then sometimes you.
But see, there would be things in my head and they would come out of my mouth. And as soon as they came out of my mouth, I would go, ooh, that's not a good idea. And so I'm not very artistic. So I leave it to Diane.
Well, and I will say, like, you and Cherie would come up with similar names.
We would.
Like
Kirby Werby yarns, yes.
Kirby Werby yarns are hilarious names and amazing self-striping yarn. If you're not familiar with her, she's one of my dearest yarn friends.
So are you saying my names are hilarious?
But they're like, but I feel like that's her brand, but that's not my brand.
Yes,
so like if we're sticking to, I want to write as few words as possible. That's my brand. My brand is laziness. I'm just kidding. Kind of, not kidding.
Not
but
really.
Anyway, I really do try to come up with only 1 to 2 word names because I have to write every single one. And Cherie, if it's funny, she is writing it all on there, and that's why I love her. Do you ever help name colorways? That kind of answers that.
No.
But you did name one.
Did I? What did I name?
Tandoori.
Did I?
Yes.
That was me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What
absolutely. Yeah, you named it.
Good for me. I didn't realize.
That was like one of the very, very early colorways.
Yeah.
Gob on a Segway colorway. How did you two meet? And this is from Loves to Knit. How did you two meet, and where did you take me on our first date?
And that also ties into Holly's question.
How long have you been married, and how did he propose? Yeah, okay.
That's a question for you.
How did we meet?
How long have you been married?
Well, let's start at the beginning.
Oh, okay. All right. In the beginning.
In the beginning, we met through mutual friends at college.
We did.
You grew up I went to Texas A&M and moved from Louisiana to go to Texas A&M, and you grew up in Bryan College Station. And so you did not go to A&M, but I did. And I had dorm friends who went to high school with him. And we met at a party with his high school friends that were, people I knew. And the first time I met him, it was like, oh, hi. And I didn't really remember him. But then
I was in love the first time I saw you.
You were not. You did not even remember me. Don't lie. What's that quote from Friday? Don't lie, Craig.
Is that what it is?
I think so. I just showed my age there for
yes,
sure.
You did.
So your best friend started dating my roommate, and then we were together all the time because he was coming over to our apartment, our condo, all the time, and we would hang out, and that was that. And then they stopped dating, and we kind of kept hanging out. Our first date, we had known each other a little while, but our first like date where you called me and said, because we had been to parties and things like as groups and sort of hung out, but the first, would you like to go out with me, was a movie.
Do you remember the movie?
I do. It was The Sixth Sense.
Yeah, that's right.
We went and saw The Sixth Sense.
But before that, can you explain to them what I was helping you study?
Oh, organic chemistry.
And how I'd never even heard of that?
Correct. And I was pre-med.
And I had never even heard, I didn't know there was a thing called organic chemistry, but when you said you were studying for it, I just wanted to come over.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, I'll help you study for it. And don't tell anybody, but I kind of picked up on it quicker than she did. But,
totally did, yeah. Which is why I changed my major. Yeah. I now have a degree in public and community health, which is real interesting right now.
Yes. This is her Super Bowl to watch this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, how funny. Knitting Concierge. OMG. I'm reading this live right now. Met my husband at Texas A&M College Station, married for 33 years, and I was pre-med too.
Interesting.
Go Bims. Are you Bims? I'm reading this. Are you watching? Go Bims. Yes. So that's how we met. Our first date, we went to the movies.
And I asked you if I could kiss you.
You did. You asked me if you could kiss me. And that was the sweetest. I will never forget that as long as I live. Didn't you make her a mixed DVD?
Not a mixed DVD.
No.
What I did was, and this is going to show our age a little bit.
Not just a little bit, a real lot.
So she was sick. And I don't even know.
No, this was before.
Was it?
Yes.
I don't know. You can tell the story.
Early on, like when it was like we're dating. We're not just like people that hang out because the other people are dating. I was like, well, you work at a radio station. He was a
disc jockey,
a DJ for a local like top 40 radio station, an on-air personality.
There you go.
And I said, well, you have access to all the CDs and all the albums, and the new Backstreet Boys album just came out. And so, if y'all have any extras up there, I would really love it.
So you know what I did?
He ran up to the radio station.
No.
I know. You said you looked for it and they were out.
No.
And they didn't have any?
I told you that years later.
Oh.
When I gave it to you, and you thought I got it from the radio station.
Yes, I did.
And it wasn't until years later you found out that I didn't have any copies, so I went and bought it.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. So, the Backstreet Boys brought us together.
It's something like that.
Yeah. So that's how we met, and then we dated, and we broke up one time, and then got back together because I was a stalker and couldn't let him go, and didn't let him
and
go.
It's important.
Wait,
it's an important point we need to make here. The stalker piece. Yes.
I mean, not quite stalker.
Not stalker,
but I pursued him. He was not getting away.
That's true.
At all. And I made sure of it. So,
yeah.
And then we have been together ever since. We were 19 when we started dating, and now we're not 19.
We're not 19 anymore.
So we have been married for a little over, I don't know how many years. Dang it.
That's terrible.
16.
That's really terrible that you don't know.
That's why I have it engraved on my...
I'm glad she said it, because I forgot to.
16 years. And yes, right? Because we got married in 2004. Yes, we had Nicholas in 2005. We got married in 2004. And it's 2020. Yeah. So that's right. 16 years. But we've been together for more than 20.
74?
74 years.
Yeah.
So I hope that answers all of those questions. More than you ever wanted to know. Oh, the got a degree in education, not BIMS. Okay, let's see. What's your favorite color?
Red.
What character trait do you admire about me?
Wow, did you set these people up?
Did not. That's the last question too that's been submitted. So if y'all have more, better hit us up here.
What's the character trait what is it that I most admire in you?
Yeah.
Your ability to meet your goals. Like you're persistent.
High five or fist bump on that one.
We should be doing this. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You like that one?
I do, because I feel like I work hard at doing that.
I know.
Like, I'm going to write it out. I'm going to claim it. And I'm going to make it happen.
You're going to make it happen.
That's right. Any other questions? Carson and Eric are hitting 26 next weekend. Congratulations, Carson. How awesome is that? Tell everyone what you did at the wedding with Final Countdown. That wasn't at the wedding.
What did I do at the wedding in Final Countdown?
No, you did that at your dad's. Okay, who knows Arrested Development? Arrested Development.
I think it would be too Kirby Werby. I think it would be too...
It's a really long story.
Difficult. Anyway, just suffice it to say, I played the Final Countdown. I came out, it was at my dad's birthday party, and it was magic. Everybody learned a magic trick. And so I came out and to the song Final Countdown, because that's just an amazing song.
And that's what...
and it's what Job did in Arrested Development. And so, and part of what I did was, it was a card trick. And just like he did, I had, it was like a King of Hearts or something painted on my chest. And so when my dad picked a card, I said, "Is this your card?" And I ripped open my. So that's what I did.
That's right. I forgot about that part.
Yeah.
It was only missing the segue, but
I didn't have a segue. Yeah.
Didn't have a segue. We're not ballers, so no segue for us.
Yeah.
Okay. How did we pick our kids' names? So Nicholas is our oldest, and I don't care for Gob. Well, maybe he doesn't care for you either. Just kidding. We love you, Carson. Carson's the best. Carson.
So how do we pick our kids' names?
How do we pick our kids' names?
Jack's born
you don't
in October,
even know.
And Nicholas is born in December, right?
Oh yes, Jack-o'-lantern and Saint
Nicholas. That's not how.
No. Nicholas was the oldest. Oh yeah.
Back to that.
We'll go back to that.
All right.
Nicholas is the oldest, and it was the only boy name that we could agree on. We knew we were having a boy, and we had a list of names, and it was the only one from that we could agree on.
I like the name Max too. I don't know if you knew that.
I did know that.
And I would have to be Maximilian, because that's really an amazing name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Nicholas will work.
Nicholas will work. And then Jack was named for your grandfather.
Yes.
Because your grandfather died 2 weeks before Siri's telling us both to stand up right now. Stand up.
Time to stand up.
What were we saying? We found out that we were pregnant with Jack 2 weeks after your grandfather's funeral. And you know how family gets together after, after the funeral or like the next day, because you get so much family in town and people you don't see for years and years. And so it was kind of one of those family all at the house things. And his aunt walked up to me. I did not know we were pregnant. We had been trying to get pregnant. And
you really were the one that was pregnant.
I really was, yes, not you.
I just want to clarify that.
But that's not, well, I mean, it's the royal we. It really is in that sense, So anyway, your aunt came up to me and she looked at me and she held my hands and she said, "Oh my gosh, you're pregnant." And I said, "No, I'm not. We wish we were, but we're not." And she said, "Really? I feel... Okay, all right, but I just feel like you are." And 2 weeks later, we were pregnant. So, positive test.
And now my aunt has a television show.
Her name is Sylvia Brown. No, she's dead.
Who is that?
Sylvia Brown.
That's the psychic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. It's funny because our last name is Brown too.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's good.
It's not.
So you have to talk about that.
The proposal. Okay, so the proposal, very long story short. I worked at a jeweler when we got engaged. That was my last job in college. I worked at a jeweler, and so like I was selling people engagement rings all the time. And so he was kind of screwed because I had real good taste by that point.
I didn't have taste.
No, you didn't.
I could admit that now.
Yeah, that's fine. So I said, I mean, like we had been dating for over 3 years at that point, and we knew we were getting married. It was my senior year in college and our senior year. And
I think it was, something like that.
Yeah. And so we I said, we're going to go to the place and we're going to pick it out because I have to pick it out. Like, this is what's happening. I am a 1 Enneagram for anybody that didn't know. And so we go pick out the ring, we get it, like it had to be made and, whatever. And so I knew it was coming, but like your deal was, okay, you can pick it out, but like we're not just going to go pick it up and be like, yay, we're engaged, like that you were still going to propose. That was sort of like your thing, and you're not going to know when it's coming. And that's the surprise factor. Like you can pick it out, but I get to control, or you got to control when it happened. Right.
And so I got a hot air balloon.
No, you didn't.
They did skywriting.
No, shush your mouth. Oh. So we were planning on going to Baton Rouge. It was like, I don't know, several weeks later, a month later, 2 months. I don't remember how long, but we were planning on going back home to my home for like the week or the weekend or something. And it was really, I was babysitting. And I said, we are leaving first thing in the morning. I called you and I said, is there any way you can go by the apartment and start a load of laundry for me? Because like, I need this stuff and we're leaving early. And like, I've got to have these clothes ready for the weekend. And you were like, yeah, no problem. So, I thought went over there. Well, I walked in after I finished babysitting. I go back to the apartment and I walk in. It's pitch black. There's stuff all over the living room. Like the stuff that I had said, I really need you to do this, wasn't getting done because it was like still sitting in a pile. And like everything was dark, and walk into the bedroom. And I was like going, because I saw your car, so I knew you were there. And I was like, that jerk came over and fell asleep. It didn't help me out at all. Like, what the heck? And so I come like barely, like, whoo, like throw open the door, candles and flowers and all this stuff. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh, this is happening right now. And then he proposed.
I mean, what she doesn't know is I had actually fallen asleep and I heard her car door slam and got up and.
Is that true?
No, of course
I was like, how have I never heard this?
No, of course not.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yes. So that's how he proposed. I think that.
Yeah. So my Myers-Briggs personality test, if you look at it, it's the pros and cons kind of thing, strengths and weaknesses. One of my weaknesses is what does it say? Clueless in romance.
Yeah. Whichever one that one is. Although you did really good. That was nice.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. Okay.
But generally speaking,
I am
not
terrible.
What you might call a romantic.
I know. It's not that I'm not like I'm okay, but I'm not super. Always in tune.
And we have 1 kid of each.
Oh yes, we do. Oh, our youngest is a super romantic.
Super romantic, and we have.
We're gonna have to watch him.
That is real clueless.
Real clueless.
So,
I wouldn't say real clueless. He's clueful about other things.
Clueful.
Is that a word?
He's full of clue.
Full of clue.
Anyway, okay. I don't see any of the questions, so.
Will you just sit on here and riff for another 20 minutes to an hour?
I don't think people care enough about us.
I don't.
So while people are here and it's a nice, intimate group. Not a huge group.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I just want to say thank you for supporting the business, because when you support Suburban Stitcher, it supports us and our family. And so now you know maybe way more than you ever wanted to know about Josh and about me. But we love what we do, and we are so excited that you do too. And I'm just grateful every day that I get the chance to do this. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Hello from Waco, Texas.
Hello from Waco. Jack is the Romeo. The Romeo. Are you surprised, Cherie? You've met him.
I mean, what did he said?
He sang that song. What's the all of me?
Oh my goodness. Yes.
All of
it's
you.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
What was that song?
And then didn't he say that he wrote you a card one Valentine's Day or something that said I'll love you to the death of my soul. He was deep, and he's like 7.
He did. He gave me an Ulta gift card for Christmas one year, and he was like, "Dad, I want to write it." Right? And
yes.
So he
wrote it.
He wrote it, and it said,
I would never come up with that.
Love Jack. I love you to the death of my soul. Oh my gosh, Rita, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that you couldn't get a pink bag. But the good news is that once the corona
New Orleans is checking in.
New Orleans, God bless you. Like, I hope you're safe. As a native Louisianian, I really hope you're safe, Charlotte. That is scary times down there. The Joji bags. Yes, what was I saying? The pink Joji bags after Corona is gone, after shops are open and wholesalers of the retailers, retailers of her bags can get them again, and the makers can make them again, because most of them are having a hard time working.
What's the pink bag?
You're interrupting.
I'm sorry.
Gosh.
It wasn't me. It was. I can't. I can't read that.
I can't either.
But yes, there's a question.
Yes, when they can get back to work, retailers will get more pink bags. They will not be exclusive to me. I was extremely fortunate and honored to have been able to introduce them to the world, but now they are all of the retailers. They are the worlds.
They are the worlds.
So every retailer is going to have them eventually. Again, I was just the lucky person that got to introduce them. And I was actually talking to Joji earlier today about maybe getting some things in the future. So hopefully that will happen. They will probably not be pink, whatever comes next, but they will be beautiful and amazing. And yeah, Charlotte, I'm glad you're being careful. What is the pink bag? Joji & Co. I don't have anything within reach. Nothing within reach.
I can't mime it, so it's hard for me to.
I almost hate to show this.
Benita said,
Benita
asked if I got a bag.
Benita, did you get a bag, Josh? No.
I was not allowed to have a bag.
Get a bag.
Yeah.
This is my yellow bag, guys. This lives in my purse. It has been, it is so loved. I take it everywhere. So it's not in pristine condition, but it is amazing. So this is the Joji & Co. bags, and I love it. It has this gorgeous patina and everything. Okay, that bag is my color. They sold in 2 to 3 minutes.
We have a lot of Canadian.
We do have a lot of Canadians. Good. Yes.
We like Canadians. We like all people, but Canadians are good people.
I've been trying to get you to come with me.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to get some of your yarn. Thank you so much, Rita. I really appreciate that. Okay, I feel like we've said everything. They're staying home. Yay! Yes, they're staying home. Have anything to add?
Do you have a website?
I do. Suburbanstitcher.com.
I think she was referring to me.
No, he doesn't have a website.
I should start a website. I think like two people
blog?
would go. Sure.
You're going to start a personal journal?
Yeah. Journaling
I
through
don't
life.
see you doing that.
I'm not a personal journaler.
Nope. For someone that is a fun fact.
What's the fun fact?
Fun fact. Mr. Stitcher over here, while he was in grad school for his master's, took a class under Brené Brown. Was one of your professors.
That is true.
This was pre-TED Talk Brené Brown.
Pre-TED Talk.
Like early days of research.
Early shame research.
Way like half a decade before.
And another fun fact. She would have no idea who I am.
That's fine. You don't need to mention that.
No, okay.
You can pretend like
she might know who I am. Maybe we're BFFs.
Maybe she follows you and she's like,
follows me on Instagram with my 2 pictures. Look at this former
student of mine.
That's probably.
Look what he's doing.
And she probably journals about me every day. Yeah. That's probably.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, y'all. It's been fun. And we'll have to do this again sometime.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Social distancing.
Seriously.
Stay home.
Let's end this mess.
Stay home.
Yeah.
Let's end it. All right. Love y'all.